Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video today, and today the Dallas Mavericks have signed Naji Marshall to a 3-year, $27 million deal. I love this deal for the Dallas Mavericks. Like I said, there are two things Dallas needs to improve on this offseason, and I said this in my Game 5 postgame of the NBA Finals after the Boston Celtics crushed Dallas in Game 5. They need to improve on defense, and they need to improve on three-point shooting. And with the two additions Dallas has made in free agency and the trade market this offseason, they have done both of those things. Now, I want to go over the trade they made first. They traded Tim Hardaway Jr., who I believe was a weak spot off the bench this year for the first time in years for them. He was decent scoring the basketball, average near 15 points per game, but was inconsistent, and his shooting was inconsistent, and just it was also not the best defender. So they trade him away, and so yes, they trade him away, but they get Quentin Grimes in return. Grimes, a great three-point shooter who has shot 37% in his career. Something they really need is three-point shooting as well. So Grimes, great three-point shooter, good defender as well. They add him in. Now they sign Naji Marshall from the New Orleans Pelicans, who's another good three-point shooter, or improved three-point shooter, I might add, and a good defender. He's a good defender. He brings energy. He's going to be great for this Dallas Mavericks team. 3-year, $27 million is the deal for the Mavericks. I think this might put Derrick Jones Jr.'s days in Dallas to bed. I don't know. I think Dallas is still in play to get Klay Thompson. That is for sure. Klay Thompson is still a very, very, very big possibility for this Dallas Mavericks team, but I just see it being highly unlikely of Derrick Jones Jr., returning to Dallas after Naji Marshall's getting the money that Derrick Jones Jr. probably would have got. $9 million a year, $27 million is probably the money that Derrick Jones Jr. would have got from Dallas, maybe a little bit more, but what makes it a little bit more convincing that Derrick Jones Jr.'s replacement is probably Naji Marshall is the fact is that, they're the same position. Naji is a small forward, and Derrick Jones Jr. is a small forward, power forward. So with them already having interest in Klay Thompson, I think it's very unlikely after this signing for Dallas that Derrick Jones Jr. returns to Dallas. We'll see what happens, though. Naji had a great season with 66 games played, one start, 19 minutes per game. From the floor, he shot 46%. From three, he shot 39%, averaging 7.1 points per game. He averaged 4 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, and nearly 1 steal per game. In the playoffs, in their 4-game series where they got swept, he played 21 minutes per game against the Thunder, shooting 43% from the floor, 40% from three with 4 3-point attempts per game, averaging 9 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, a half a block and a half a steal per game. Obviously, the Pelicans didn't play well as a team, but Naji Marshall actually played pretty solid in that Thunder series. But yeah, Naji Marshall took a big step this year with his improvement at the 3 ball was huge. But look, my thing is Dallas has done a solid job this season adding in Marshall and Grimes. They've added in good defense with Grimes and Marshall. They've added in good three-point shooting with the both of them. So I'm really excited to see how these two additions help them next year. All they've lost so far is Tim Hardaway Jr. Very well possible that in the next couple hours or days they might lose Derrick Jones Jr., but they're still working and are the favorites to add in Klay Thompson. So, look, his shooting, I believe, it has to be the main goal for this Dallas team because that's what they're adding in. Obviously, defense with Grimes and Marshall, but Klay Thompson is a 40% three-point shooter, shot nearly 40% this year, 41% in his career. Naji Marshall shot over 38% this year. Grimes has shot over 37% in his career. So they are looking for three-point shooting. So, look, I think Dallas is making the right moves this offseason so far. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out.